Tonight on To The Point, we discuss mental health. Ahead of the World Mental Health Day on the 10th of October, which is this Tuesday, okay? So we're asking, what are the rights of the more than 950 million people living with a mental disorder globally? Now, those statistics are according to the World Health Organization. We also want to find out how far the petition to decriminalize suicide attempt in the country, that is in this country, Kenya, is. So that conversation plus the day's story is coming your way shortly. But first, the highlights. Tonight, Kelvin Kiptum becomes the first ever marathoner to complete a marathon in less than 2 hours and 1 minute, setting a new marathon world record in Chicago. President William Ruto sounds the alarm, vows to decisively deal with sugar cartels in the country, accusing them of crippling the sugar industry in the country.
Na cartel wasafiri, nitawasafirisha.
With Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua maintaining he is not apologetic over the shareholder remarks.
Please don't waste your time. There will be no division in this government.
Also tonight, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki reveals government's plan to seek a nod from Parliament before deploying police to Haiti.
Tumepeleka ombi hilo katika bunge la Kenya kwa mujibu wa sheria ya Kenya.
Welcome to the broadcast. We're glad you could join us on this 8th day of October. This is TV47 Weekend Edition, and we invite you to engage with us on our social media handles at TV47 News on X, TV47 Kenya on Facebook, and my X handle is at Grace Korea KE. Grace Korea Kanja is my name, okay? Our sign language interpreter tonight is Rhoda Nyamai, and we kick off this broadcast on a high because it's been a beautiful, fantastic day for the country as Kenya's marathon ace Kelvin Kiptum broke the marathon world record after finishing first in the Chicago Marathon in just under 2 hours and 35 seconds. Now, Kiptum broke marathon legend Eliud Kipchoge's record of 2 hours, 1 minute and 9 seconds set in Berlin, Germany last year. Dennis Otieno kicks us off tonight.
In under 2 hours and 35 seconds.
He's crushed the world record, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing finish. Incredible. 2 hours and 35 seconds, I believe.
This was the first time since the year 1999 a new world record was set at the Chicago Marathon after Morocco's Khalid Hanouchi clocked 2 hours, 5 minutes and 42 seconds.
Amazing.
Kiptum surpassed the marathon world record set by his compatriot Eliud Kipchoge of 2 hours, 1 minute and 9 seconds set in Berlin, Germany last year. The highly contested race saw Kenya's Benson Kipruto finishing second, while Belgium's Bashir Abdi came in third, ahead of Kenya's John Korir, who settled for fourth.
200 meters to go. 200 meters to go for an amazing race.
At the same time, in the women's category, Netherlands international Sifan Hassan emerged victorious in under 2 hours, 13 minutes and 44 seconds, while Kenya's Ruth Chepngetich finished second, ahead of Ethiopia's Magertu Alemu, who finished third.
Fantastic time.
The results come barely a few days after marathon legend Eliud Kipchoge dismissed reports of his retirement from athletics, as fans now await to spectate intense competition between the two elite athletes in upcoming events.
2 hours and 30 seconds.
Dennis Otieno, TV47.
Amazing.
Thank you, Dennis Otieno, for that. What a fantastic run there. Once again, congratulations, Kelvin Kiptum, and thank you for making Kenya proud. Moving on, President William Ruto says the Kenya Kwanza government will not discriminate development in areas that did not vote for him. Now, Ruto, who is on a tour of the Nyanza region, appeared to differ from opinion that the government is a company with shareholders. At the same time, the head of state also issued a stern warning to cartels in the sugar industry, who he said are undermining this sector. George Maringa reports.
President William Ruto's Sunday diary did not differ from the norm whenever he is on a county tour by attending a church service. He led leaders and residents in a church service at Oriri Technical and Vocation College in Migori County. Here, the head of state assured residents that the region will not be discriminated against on matters development, seeming to differ from the government shareholder narrative.
Mambo haya yote tutafanya kwa sababu hapa Migori Uriri ni Kenya. Na wananchi wa hapa wanalipa ushuru. Na mimi ndio rais wa taifa la Kenya. Na nyinyi ndio wananchi wa Kenya. Kwa hivyo serikali hii ni serikali yenu.
President Ruto has camped in the Nyanza region since Friday. He also led leaders in laying a foundation stone for Pini Owacho Level 3 Hospital in Uriri, Migori County. Leaders from the region have called on him to streamline the sugar sector.
I want to request you, do not allow importation of sugar in the hands of private profiteers. Establish a state corporation that will be able to import sugar and give it to distributors at the right price.
On his part, President Ruto issued a stern warning to sugar cartels.
Nimeshukuru ya kwamba wakulima wanakubali tufanye zoning, na hiyo ndio sheria iko bunge, tumemalizia katika National Assembly, sasa inaenda Senate, na in the next few months mimi nitatia kidole ikuwe sheria, ndio tuhakikisha kwamba sekta hii inasimama vizuri. Watu wa Migori tumekubaliana? Niende nitafute pesa ya kulima wa wakulima na nipange hiyo kazi ingine wote na wakora na cartel wasafiri, bas nitawasafirisha.
The head of state will continue his tour of Nyanza region and is expected to hold a cabinet meeting tomorrow. George Maringa, TV47.
Sindio?
Thank you, George Maringa, for that. And moving on, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has maintained he will not apologize over the shareholder statement, reiterating his unwavering allegiance to President William Ruto, adding that the Mount Kenya region is fully behind the president and claims of cracks from within the region are not true. Now, Willie Dennis Njiru reports.
And to give you thanks and praise.
Speaking at Kapsabet Showground, Nandi County, where he attended a church service, later on presided over a fundraiser for construction of ACK Plaza in Kapsabet town. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua said the Kenya Kwanza government will not be obstructed in their quest to deliver on their campaign promises.
Please don't waste your time. There will be no division in this government. President William Ruto and I talk the same language. We consult, we agree, and we move on. And the president is taking us to the right place. What we are doing and what I'll continue to do is uniting the backyard of President William Ruto in the Mount Kenya region and the Rift Valley. That I'll do.
The second in command dismissed the reports of a fallout between himself and President Ruto, reiterating the stance the country is in capable hands and being steered by individuals working in harmony.
Hii kutafuta watu wa Azimio, na hiyo watu haku wameenda Azimio kwa kupenda, ni kulazimishwa. Kushikwa Friday, kufungiwa account, kuhaku haras. Sasa hiyo watu wananitafuta sema sisi tulikuwa tumetishwa, turudishe nyumbani.
Nataka nikupea assignment ya hapa nyumbani na Rift Valley. Ukimaliza Mount Kenya kutafuta wale walikuwa wamepotea njia, kuja tutafute sisi pia wale walikuwa wamepotea njia, tuwapatise.
The deputy president added that he is obligated to consolidate region that overwhelmingly voted for the president in Mount Kenya region alongside opposition supporters throwing their weight behind the president.
Sasa rais akienda huko Nyanza, kazi yao tu ni fitina. Huyu deputy president hataki tukuje. Mimi nataka wakuje, lakini si wakuje kuchukua nafasi ya watu yangu ya Rift Valley na ya mlima.
We have absolute faith in your leadership and the president. We have. Nimeona wengine wameandika kunaendaje, kunaenda kuzuri.
But embattled Jubilee Secretary General Honorable Jeremiah Kioni has accused the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua of being used by other leaders to diminish the unity and voice of Mount Kenya people.
Yeye mwenyewe ameendelea kusema hii mambo ya shareholding. Watu wa jamii ya Mount Kenya wameendelea kufukuzwa kwa maofisi. Biashara za watu wa Mount Kenya zimezorota. Mambo ya ukulima ndio hiyo imetokomea.
God is going to bless our leaders.
Reporting for TV47, I'm Willie Dennis Njiru.
Best thing for you.
Right, thank you, Willie Dennis Njiru, for that. Let's move on, and President William Ruto will seek the approval of Parliament before deploying police to the criminal gangs affected Haiti. This was revealed by Interior CS Kithure Kindiki Sunday afternoon, who maintained that the Kenya Kwanza government is committed to adhere to the given guidelines as stipulated in the Constitution by tabling a request of approval to the August House before deploying Kenyan officers for a foreign mission. Mike Kagwango reports.
Under the 2010 Constitution, Section 240 on the establishment of the National Security Council, it dictates that the Council may, with the approval of Parliament, deploy national forces outside Kenya for regional or international peace support operations or other support operations. And guided by this, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki has revealed the government will be seeking Parliament approval to send police to Haiti.
This government will undertake the current request for deployment in accordance with our Constitution, which requires the approval of Parliament.
Earlier, the United Nations Security Council gave a nod to the multinational security support mission to Haiti to aid in elimination of criminal gangs that have been inflicting terror within the country, where Kenya committed to lead the mission. Kindiki reiterating this will not affect the country's programs and security-related commitments. The matter eliciting mixed reactions locally on the success of the mission to the Caribbean country. Human rights organization Haki Africa's leadership on Thursday last week urged the government to subject the matter through a parliamentary process. And now, Kindiki has exuded confidence, citing that Kenya's special and elite teams are up to task to handle the matter, though opening up that the Ministry of Interior is yet to settle on which elite group to deploy for the mission.
Tumejipanga vizuri. Bado tuko na matatizo kidogo kidogo ya kiusalama, lakini wale polisi ambao tutapeleka tutahakikisha kwamba.
Right, thank you, Mike Kagwango, for that. Now, a returnee from Saudi Arabia has been reunited with her family after a Facebook post detailing her horrible experience abroad went viral. One Elsie Metha had reportedly gone abroad in search of greener pastures. However, the situation quickly turned sour, driving her into attempting suicide twice. Here is Zainab Mohammed with the details.
Friday afternoon, Elsie Metha touched down at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, reuniting with her family after what she describes as a very traumatic experience at the Gulf. Elsie, like many Kenyans who continue to travel outside the country in search for greener pastures, went to Saudi Arabia in a bid to fend for her children.
Nilienda Saudi Arabia 2022 April the 10. Nilichukuliwa na mdosi anaitwa Alwa na Majet, na tumekaa na wao mzuri, ila tu wakati niliona maroho yanapigana ya Ukristo Katoliki na wa Muhammad, ikabidi mimi nijitoeshe.
However, her dream for a better life quickly got shattered after a conflict between her and her former employer.
Nikaacha kila kitu kwa nyumba yao nikaenda, lakini walipoleta ofisi kuna wenye walifanya ujanja, sababu huko nikana kwamba tunakaa the same kila mtu. Sawa, wakaenda wakajifanya ndio mimi, wakapewa simu yangu ikapotea na kamzigo kangu kamepotea kakiwa na nguo.
With zero hope for a chance to get back home, Elsie attempted suicide twice. A guardian angel, a Facebook post about her story, resulting in an uproar online that got the attention of the Tharaka Nithi County government.
Vile tulianza kufuatilia hii mambo, tukaweza kuongea na serikali ya Saudi Arabia ndio iweze kumrelease, iweze kumleta, na siku ya leo ni siku ya furaha sana, sababu at least tumeona msichana wetu amerudi, hata kama amekuwa na tushida pale na pale, sababu mali tulikuwa tuliambiwa alikuwa na shida mingi sana, mpaka at one point akaenda kwenye maji na karibu maji imuue pale, akakimbishwa kwenye hospitali. Tukaweza at least kumrescue kutoka kule, tukamleta nyumbani.
Elsie's stories embodies the life of many Kenyans who continue to travel abroad in search for greener pastures. This is despite the government issuing a warning to Kenyans against traveling to destinations in the Middle East with unregulated agencies who disregard the value of human life and rights. Zainab Mohammed, TV47.
Thank you, Zainab Mohammed, for that. And United Democratic Alliance Party Secretary General Cleophas Malala has urged Chief Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi and National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula to stop their Luhya unity rhetoric and join UDA and be accountable to the Western region residents for the big positions they hold in the government. Speaking after receiving defectors from DAP and Ford Kenya parties in Bungoma County, Malala stated that Luhyas are already united. He was accompanied by former Bungoma Governor Wycliffe Wangamati and Webuye West Dan Wanyama, who reiterated that they would ensure the country is a one-party system come 2027.
Vijana oye! Mwasangali! Na kuambia watu, tunataka Luhya unity. We are already united, that is why we are in government. Ile kitu tunataka mkikuja nyumbani, mseme mmeandika watu wangapi kazi hapa. Munaleta pesa ngapi nyumbani? Barabara gani munaunda hapa? Mambo ya Luhya unity sasa tuache. Sababu tushaungana na tumeshukuru rais. Sasa Waluhya wako pamoja. So the narrative of Luhya unity should be buried. Kabisa, we are united. When you come back home over the weekends, ita viongozi. Saa hii on Monday, majeshi wanaenda ku report. Tunataka tuambiwe. Sasa kwa wale Omami Weta umeleta hawa, tunashukuru. Ule youth leader amepata, ule manamba wako wa stage mwanasipiganga watu amepata.
We support the building of one national party and we want to urge everyone in this region aingie ndani so that we can have UDA being the main party within the region. Na mimi nimeona mbele, nimeona the way Mheshimiwa Musalia Mudavadi akiongea and the way he's behaving. I can tell you without any fear of contradiction that ANC it will end up in UDA by 2027.
China has only one party called Communist Party. And the way they operate is that they empower their people economically, but they don't start giving handouts to the members. So where UDA is going is that besides us being a political party, but we are going to make sure that our members are empowered economically, because we are going to have projects done by the youth from the polling center and they will be funded by the Hustler Fund. We must get out of this handout thing.
Right, let's cross our borders now. And in Israel, which is reported to have hit more. Let me take that again, okay? So the front death toll in Israel is reported to have hit more than 600 people, including children, as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowed a mighty vengeance for this wicked day. Israel's military, which faces questions over its failure to prevent the attack, said it had regained control of most infiltration points, killed hundreds of attackers and taken dozens more prisoners, but was still fighting in some places. Elsewhere, over 2,000 people are reported dead after a 6.3 magnitude earthquake hit western Afghanistan on Sunday. Now, according to Taliban spokesperson Zabihullah Mujahid, the death toll stands at 2,053, with 1,240 injured and 1,320 homes damaged in western Afghanistan, with fears that these numbers may rise. Rescue teams' operations are ongoing, providing aid such as food, water, medicine, and clothing.
Power about 40 kilometers from the city of Herat.
It was one of the deadliest.
Regional correspondent BINGWA has been following developments from Islamabad. We can speak to him now. Hello to you.
People lost their lives when a series of power about 40 kilometers from the city of Herat. It was one of the deadliest.
Regional correspondent BINGWA has been following developments from Islamabad. We can speak to him now. Hello to you.
All right, to the world of sports now, and Kenya's esports sensation Eric Demon Ngige kicked off the 2023-2024 season with a remarkable victory at the Maison des Mondes tournament in Paris, France. Now, the 23-year-old Ngige teamed up with French esports ace Pixter in a thrilling 2-on-2 tournament that attracted participants from Senegal, Nigeria and Ivory Coast in their opening match. Ngige and his teammate defeated Team Senegal 3-2 before losing 4-3 in post-match penalties to Nigeria. However, made a comeback in the final round robin stage to defeat Ivory Coast 3-0. The grand finale featured Ngige against Africa's top-ranked player Dex Jr., representing Team Senegal, where Ngige came from a goal down to win 2-1 in extra time.
It feels amazing to win the Creative Africa Forum 2023. I played against the top players from the continent, in Europe and in Africa. Yeah. It's my second time here in Paris, so the first time I was nervous, but this time I had some confidence, and we just took our chances because it was a 2v2 tournament and we matched the winners. It's a good feeling because you see how they play, you see maybe the skill moves, maybe how they pass the ball, how they defend. You just gain some experience and you just add it to your game.
Congratulations very much to Demon. From our side as the Esports Kenya Federation, we just say thank you to the French Embassy for supporting Demon now for the second time to come to France. The Creative Africa Forum was a very good initiative for us in the esports community. We've gotten to network and we've gotten to show once again the skill that our player has. So you can see if he's going against the top, the best in the world, and he's doing very well. It shows that the future for esports in Kenya is bright. We just need to support them and move them forward.
And Noga women's basketball team and Twende basketball team were crowned the champions of the Noga Top Court basketball tournament at the Nyayo Indoor Arena. The tournament that comprised of 8 teams facing off with each other with the objective of winning the title and a cash reward of 100,000 Kenya shillings targets to identify and promote grassroots basketball talent. Noga defeated Well All-Stars with scores of 66-63 in the ladies' finals, while Twende basketball thrashed Noga men's team 63-50 in the men's final. Meanwhile, in the third place playoff matches, Equity Ladies thrashed Storms to finish the ladies category in the third position, while